What's up, book besties? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth, and we're gonna go over my February TBR. Now, I know we're a few days into February, so I'm going to try to quickly go through these because it is a little behind, as usual. And I'm gonna start with ones that I've already started. So one of them I realized is not in front of me, but I will be finishing it today. I've got like 20 minutes left of it. But it is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This is a cowboy romance. I'm not going to talk about it too much or my reviews or feelings on it because I'm going to do that in the February wrap up. But that one will finish today. Today is the 4th. And then Smoky Darling by S.J. Tilley, I have already finished. I did this as a buddy read with one of my TikTok girlies, and I did do kind of a little bit of vlogging of that on my TikTok. If you're curious, link is in my bio. And I have started doing more vlogs and reviews there more often than on here, just because I can get them out quick. So if you're curious, definitely follow me there. They will end up here in a longer video later. But Smoky Darling by S.J. Tilley, this is a brother's best friend's brother. Like the main character, the main female and male character, their brothers are best friends. So, this one I actually really enjoyed. Like I said, I'm not going to do too much of a review, but Smoky Darling, I read in S.J. Tilley in January, which I will be posting my January wrap up a day or two after this one, and I'll talk about it. But I just want to read all her backlog now, so that'll tell you how I feel about that. And so, of course, then I have to do the second one in this standalone duology, and that's Latte Darling. And this one is Silver Fox. All I know about this one is someone shows up for a date, and a girl, she shows up and her date doesn't show up, but his dad does. So age gap, Silver Fox, and this follows the best friend of the main character of Smoky Darling. Then, because we've got Black History Month, we've got President's Day, we've got the Super Bowl, I wanted to throw a little bit into the mix to theme it. Now, I do have a couple of Black authors that I want to read that I don't have physicals in front of me, but the ones that I don't, I will put them here. I do want to read Goal. I believe that's a hockey romance, and I'll put it right here. And then I also want to read 7 Days in June. This is on Oprah's book club list. I've heard really good things about this one. I think it's going to be an emotional read, and I'm super excited for that one. I have it ordered, and so both of those I will have here to read by then. Then last year, one of my favorite new to me authors was Miss Kennedy Ryan, and so I want to read Before I Let Go. The sequel to this one is coming out this year, and I have already pre-ordered it to come to me. If you've read this or are interested, if you pre-order on Barnes & Nobles, you will get the special colored cover. It's the same, it looks the same, but it's just a different color. And then it has recipes and bonus content in it. So of course I had to get it because I already know that I like her writing style, but I'm super excited to read this one. I've heard really good things, and I think that this one has to do with like a failed marriage or trying to save a marriage. So Before I Let Go is one of those. Then one that I've had on my list a while, and I just can't, I mean, I say a while, it's been a few months, but I love musicals, and this author has a series of 3 standalones. There's 3 so far, and they all are musical retellings. So the first one is Phantom by Greer Rivers. I am so excited to read this one. This will probably be the next one that I pick up. This one is a Phantom of the Opera retelling. Book 2 is Rouge, and it is a Moulin Rouge retelling. And book 3 is Dreadful, and it is a Sweeney Todd with a Medusa twist retelling. So there's also before I get to the rest of these, sorry, because I will forget, there are some February releases coming out. 3 or 4 releases that I absolutely want to read as soon as they come out. The first one is going to come out on the 6th, and it's The Teacher by Frida McFadden. So I'll put it here. I love Frida McFadden. I really got into her last year. I want to read her entire backlog. In fact, that is one of my goals. If you watched my journal, my reading journal video, I showed I had a spot in there for Frida McFadden. That comes out the 6th. The next one is Where's Molly by H.D. Carlton. That is coming out February 16th. This is a spin-off book from the world of Zaid and Adeline. Molly is talked about in book 2, which is Hunting Adeline. And so I'm excited for this one. I've read all of HD's backlog now, so I'm just caught up. Another one that I heard was good is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. And I think this is like a vampire werewolf like shifter type of romance. And then the last one coming out this month that I am super excited to read, I'm gonna look at the date that it's coming out, February 8th. This one is also coming out this week, and it is Serpentine Valentine by Gianna Darling, and it is a Dark Academia Medusa retelling. So I'm super excited about that. So those are the 4 releases in February that I will immediately read. That doesn't mean they're the only anticipated releases I have. Those are just going to be immediate reads for me. I've also still reading Tattered Stars. I don't know if I've mentioned it in a video yet. I will probably mention it in my wrap up. But oh no, I did in my TBR. This is the one that whenever I was doing my TBR for January, it was my KU pick. So I am still reading it because I was trying to finish up some series and buddy reads and things for last month. So I didn't finish it, but I am enjoying it and I will be finishing that. And then I did already pick numbers for my KU pick for this month and my Audible pick. I forgot to film it. And I didn't want to redo it because I was at number 299 and it was a lot of counting. So I'll tell you, my KU book was Gilded Princess, and my Audible one is Until I Get You by Claire Contreras. So I will put those both up here, and I do plan to get those done this month. Next, we're going to do a manga because it has been a minute since I've done a manga and I have a whole shelf full. So in the spirit of February and Valentine's Day, we're going to do True Beauty. This is volume 1. It was a webtoon. I read a little bit of it, but not enough, maybe just a couple of episodes of it. So I do have the first 2 books, and so if it goes well, I may get to both of them this month, but I at least want to get to volume 1. Then, even though this is an orangey color, it has the word love, and I've been wanting to read it, and that is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. This one I haven't heard a ton about, but I watch Larry Reads, and if you watch Larissa's page, she talks about this one. She even has a coffee that she names after it, so I had to pick it up. If my Latina girls tell me, something is good, I'm going to do it because we're here, okay? So next, President's Day. So we're going to do a red, white, and royal blue, and it has a pink cover, so that is perfect. I've heard this one's really good also. It is an MM royal romance. Then, because Super Bowl, I'm thinking of doing The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata, and I believe that one is one of her football ones. I think she has several different sports. I do have a couple of hers. I don't have a football one, but I really think that one's football. If it is, I'm going to give that one a shot. And then I also want to do Dare You to Hate Me by B. Celeste. I do have the first 2 books in this series. This is the Lyndon Yu series. Clearly it is a football romance, so we're going to check that out. And then last but not least, we have 11 Other Words by Christina Lauren. This, I believe, is a second chance romance. I've heard that it is a tearjerker. It is an emotional one. It's a pinkish color. It's got love in it. I think it's going to be good for February. And then if I get through these, then I do have, which I don't know that I will. I don't even know that I'm going to read all of these. Okay, it is my goal, but I have been mood reading lately, and I have found that that has really helped. January, like I said, I will be posting that wrap up here in a couple days, but I read 14 books in January, and I had a few really bad reading months at the end of the last year. So I think just going off of mood reading has really helped. Now, these are just kind of a guide, things that are on my radar that I would like to get to next, but some more than others. So we'll see how we do. But I've got a total physical. I've got 9 total physical, and I couldn't even tell you how many others I just mentioned here because they were just off the top of my head. I'm going to say I have at least about 15 anticipated, not anticipated, 15 reads, hopefuls that I would like to read for February. So we'll come back in March and see how we did. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any other suggestions for February reads or football reads, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.